Hi guys, it's Eduardo here with this radio Cobra 148 GTL and a DDS VFO on it, and some of you asked me to go ahead and do a video to show that the radio works, and that's what I'm here to do. First thing I want to do is very briefly, since I'm going to make a video, might as well show how the radio operates. Basically, you have the main difference between this radio and a stock radio. Let me see if I can put a little more light here. So, are these two buttons right here? Okay, the channel selector and the voice lock button have been replaced by encoders. Okay, so they have a different feel to it. Okay, let me start with the channel selector. Right now we are on what I call channel mode. You can call it whatever you want: regular mode, channel mode, and there's a function here where you push this button and you change from the decimal position on channel mode. It's only the first one and the second one. So on the first one you change your channels normally. On the second one you can skip every 10 channels and so on and so forth. Okay, why does it skip differently here? Because of the telecommand channels, which I'm going to show you now. Channel 19A, you should have a 15A, there you go, and you should have 11 and 7 as well, 7A, 3A. Okay, those are channels you don't normally get on the stock Cobra 148 GTL. I understand there are other radios that you can do a 10 plus 10 and get to them as well. Okay, so to be brief, I'm going to show you also the functionality of the voice lock in channel mode. You'll be changing basically these three digits on the frequency. So that's 1 Hertz, 10 Hertz, and 100 Hertz. By pushing the button, you can change the 10 Hertz step and 100 Hertz step back to, and then 1000 Hertz, 1 kilohertz, sorry, and then go back to 1 Hertz. Okay, so, and then you change that way by moving the voice lock. Okay, moving over to the frequency mode. Frequency mode, it doesn't matter what frequency I'm on here. The last frequency where I'm on, that's the frequency where I'm going to stay. Okay, so if I go back to channel mode now, I have channel 20, 27205, and if I go over to frequency mode by holding down the button, I'm back on 27105 because that's the last frequency I operated on. So hold the button down, we have channel mode. Hold the button down, frequency mode or VFO mode, whatever you want to call it. It says digital VFO right there. Okay, you also have, back on channel mode, up here, the mode you're on. So your AM or LSB or USB will display there. The same thing, but on the bottom of the screen on frequency mode, LSB, AM, USB, and there you go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do some tests. I'm going to go back to channel mode, and I'm going to hook up my frequency counter, sorry, my little equipment there to show you the power, transmit power of the radio on 3 different frequencies, basically the center 20, channel 20, then up to channel 200 and down to minus 200, so you can see the differences in power for transmission which there are some, and it's only normal for this type of radio. Okay, so I've moved my camera a little bit to get a better view of everything. Here you have the radio. You have an HT is a Kenwood radio for receiving, so you can see also the frequency here to 7205 and the reception. Well, I'm currently in AM, and down there is the power, the vectimeter, where you can see the power. So let's go ahead and do a little test here. Quick transmission in AM. Hello, check 1 2, check 1 2. Let me focus on the equipment down there. So about 14 watts peak, and on channel 20. Let's go ahead and switch over to 200. Minus 200 is fine, and that's 24. Gotta change here too, right? 0 24 what? 24965. 24965. Okay, let's see what we get now. Hold on, let me focus there, right? You're not seeing anything. Minus 200. Audio, check, check. Audio, check 1 2, check 1 2. So about 9 watts peak on AM. That's a minus 200. So if I want to change over to channel 200 now, and here I'm going to change it over to 029005. So I want to point out that I'm on a dummy load. I am not on an antenna. I don't even have an antenna set up at this time. So it's not going out there, okay? It's just on a dummy load. Also want to say I'm not a technician, guys. I happen to have a lot of gizmos and toys here at home, but I am not a tech, okay? So here you go, channel 200. Focus, focus, focus. 1 2, 1 2, 1 2. 5 watts with a 9 at peak. 9 watts peak. Okay. Now let's go, and since we're here, let's move to sideband Lsb, and I'm going to put this little radio here on the side on Lsb as well. Gosh, I don't like automatic focus, guys, so that's why I keep doing it manually. Okay, I apologize if that's annoying. So I'm on sideband now, Lsb. Let me lower the mic a little bit. About 12 watts on 12 o'clock mic here. And that's on channel 200. Oh, I forgot to focus there, sorry. There you have it. USB. I'm going to change it over to USB as well. Okay, let's go and go ahead and test over there. Same thing. That's on 200. You want to see sideband on minus 200? Let's do it. That's minus 200 right there. The frequency again is 24.024965, and we're going to go on USB, I guess. Audio check. So a little bit more, 0.4 watts on more than on 200, minus 200, so 12 peak on USB. Changing to LSB as well. If I'm going to test, might as well test everything, right? Check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, and let's focus on over there. Same thing, there you go, same exact thing right there. I apologize for the loud whistling, guys. I don't have a way to inject 1 kilohertz tones on the radio other than through the antenna. So speaking of that, let's go ahead now and test reception. Okay, did I test channel 20? Did I don't remember. Let's do channel 20 real quick. And that's going to be on 027205. We're on AM, I guess. Yes, we are. AM here. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Oh, sorry. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. And that's on channel 20. Smack that in the middle. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. About 14 in AM. Okay. 1, 2, 3, testing. And I'm going to switch over to LSB. LSB there. LSB here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing. About 18 peak. 18 was the peak on LSB on channel 20. You know what I'm thinking? This radio will be real good with linear. But then that's not up to me, right? Let's do this. USB. About the same thing on USB. Alright, so now I'm going to do some reception tests. Also want to point out that I am including a quick manual on how to use these buttons and how to operate. Here it is. Okay, I've got instructions for you, and I hope this will be helpful. Okay, so I'm going to include this when I send the radio. I will see if I can get a bracket for. I'm not promising anything, but I'll try to get a bracket. Okay, because I originally posted this on eBay without the bracket, and I had no intention of providing one. But I will try to do what I'm giving. Is this here, which is a power cord, brand new in the bag. Okay, the microphone is basically new, very nice, clean, no signs of nicotine, no bad smelling or anything. It's a really nice microphone, solid. Okay, so let's do some tests now on reception. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to point your attention to this piece of equipment. A lot of you have seen this. Again, I'm not a technician. I just like my gadgets, guys. That's all. Okay, I have a few of them here. And let me see if I can adjust my screen brightness to accommodate this. here I'm going to explain to you what this screen is, and I apologize if I am not explaining it correctly. I'm assuming there will be technicians watching this video and probably say, hey Eduardo, you have no clue what you got in your hands, man. Probably not. So I'm going to send on the frequency of, let me adjust that, 27. I think I can make it a little, golly. Hold on. Let me pause the video and try to adjust this, okay? Stand by. Okay, so I think I got it a little better now. 27.205 megahertz. And as I move my cursor down here to amplitude, I'm going to have minus 67 dBms. Okay, so that's basically what I'm going to do, and I'll be sending that to the radio. Now I haven't connected this equipment to the radio yet, so let me go ahead and do it now. I'm really bad with cameras, guys. You shouldn't have asked me to do a video, but here we go. I've done a lot of videos before, but not like this. I'm switching equipment and all. So this is a slide in, a slide out connector. Pretty useful. I love it. And I'm going to connect this, which goes to the service monitor. Yeah, it's there. Just want to make sure. Okay, so now what you need to pay attention to is the signal meter, or the S meter. I should have about signal 9 with, I know I will have it because I've done this before, but I'll show you. With minus 67 dBm. I'll turn it on now. Oh, sorry. There you go. Okay. Minus 67 dBm. I have about signal 9 here. And that's on channel 20. Okay. Now, if I switch over to, let me stop that beep, and let's go up to the extreme on channel 200. And obviously, I need to change the frequency on the service monitor to 29005. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to stop moving the camera over, because I am getting dizzy about that myself. 005 megahertz. Okay, and I'm going to activate the transmit on the equipment, and you can see now the reception on this radio on channel 200. It's still solid. Okay, minus 67 dBm, which should give me again signal 9 reading. This is stuff I learned with the technician, folks. And I know I keep saying that, but I'm going to repeat. I am not a technician, okay? Not a professional, at least. I know a little bit, but not a professional tech. Now, minus 200 on 24965. I don't think anybody will ever go that far. There's no need. There's no body there. So let me change the service monitor to 24.965 megahertz, and let me enable the transmit again. There you have it, solid 9, actually a little bit more than 9. That's awesome. Okay. So minus 200. There you have it. So I've showed you transmit and stop this. Transmit and reception on this radio. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. I once again want to thank everyone for all the comments on Facebook. I know some of you believe the radio was being sold as a broken radio. It's not broken, guys. It works, okay? And I've explained already on Facebook why the radio is sold the way it is on eBay as being 4 parts and not working. It's because of scammers, and I hope you guys understood what that means. It only means that I don't want to get scammed selling the radio and then somebody goes in and takes the parts that they want and then file a refund claim on the radio, do tracking to send the radio back and put bricks on the box, or the messed up radio that they took the parts out now, and then eBay will automatically take the money from your account. So you would end up with no radio basically and no money. So that's why you have to sell it the way I've been selling CB radios, at least on eBay. 4 parts are not working. You have to read the description, okay? Don't ignore a radio on eBay just because it says it's 4 parts and not working. Read the description, because people will state in there, all right, it's for parts and not working, however the radio works, okay? And you automatically understand why. Sometimes, yeah, it is not working, but it's not the case of this radio, okay? I have 20 years on eBay, guys. I'm not gonna burn myself with lies at this point. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.